What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Girls Love Talk podcast with Taylor Maree. And we're going to be getting into basically a recap of what happened in episode 16, season 7 of Real Housewives of Potomac, The Naked Truth. So basically, the girls are back from See, I was gonna say Potomac. The girls are back from Mexico after what seemed like literally decades of that that it seemed like they were out there for a long time, basically, right? So anyway, they're back. They're back in Potomac. And we get to see a little bit of what everybody else is doing. Just short clips of what everybody is doing, where they're at. And then we got to see Robin go to try on dresses. Now, one thing about that I can say was, I'm like, okay, thank you, Robin, because we know you really don't mess with us like that, like us, the viewers or the girls, because she's very, very private, which I think at times is really honestly unfair, because as nosy as she and Giselle is, like, they really do a good job with trying to like keep attention off of themselves. Like, that's just how they, yeah, if you ain't noticed that by now, yeah, they definitely own that. So yeah, anyway, I'm like, okay, shout out to Robin for that, opening up. And that proves too, like, she really is getting married. So for y'all who's saying she ain't getting married, she get married. Okay. So anyway, she she goes to the dress shop, and then she tells the lady she's waiting on her friends. And I'm like, friends with an S? Because I only expect Giselle to come, because she really don't mess with nobody like that. But then I'm like, okay, it might be Sharice, because clearly, right? They acted like they was just super close, right? They always invite her. They've been inviting her to a lot of the stuff this season, and she was really windmilling for her in Mexico with the whole thing that went on with Sharice and Karen. Like, she's was going in about how Sharice is the original Queen of Potomac and all of this other mess. So yeah, it really, to me, it only made sense for her to maybe have the other girl be Sharice. I mean, why not, right? She's kind of in the girl group, kind of not. Who knows? Or trying to be back in the group, whatever. Um, I thought it would be Sharice, but nope, it was Ashley. But then I'm like, why not? Ashley is likable. She's the fun girl, and then she always brings some tea. Always, always. So made sense. I mean, Giselle and Robin is going to always make sure that they get some info, right? So they make it there. They get to see. They get to see Robin try on the dresses, and I must say, the three picks that she decided to try on, they all looked amazing. Her body looked great in them. Like, the style was great, and I was shocked too on that, because Robin is not really much of a dresser to me. And it's no shade, Robin, because girl, I don't think I'm much of a dresser either. Like, in my head I am, like, I feel like I know how to put some things together, but it don't be always coming out how I want it to come out. Like, it don't be given all the time. So I can add myself to that list too. All right. But anyway, the dresses looked great. She looked amazing. Her hair looked good in that scene too. So yes, Robin, thank you. Because in Mexico, I don't know what was going on, but a lot of them, not just Robin, a lot of them had hair issues, and I guess it was just the humidity and just being out there too long. Y'all should have had braids like Ashley. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all should have had braids like Ashley. So anyway, I be going and going. Let me stop. I'll get distracted. So she's trying on the dresses. Ashley, of course, drops the tea to Giselle about how, on that last night of the trip, they went out and, Mia and Wendy had some, let's be honest, interactions with each other. And let me just say this too, first of all. It's real funny how, like, I don't know, like, Giselle and them, like, they be acting old, baby. They be acting old. Y'all ain't go. The fact that y'all ain't go out that night, y'all just be acting old. She probably had her stomach was still upset. Like, I don't know, but I just thought that was funny. I'm like, they be knowing not to go out, to certain stuff because they know something gonna go down. So she's telling her about the last night of the trip and how basically they all went out. Her, Wendy, Mia, and Candace. They all went out, and they were, having a good time, getting drunk and whatnot. And she mentioned how basically Wendy and Mia was, kind of acting, real, yeah, like they was ready for whatever. And she said how basically um, Mia was, overly complimenting Wendy, talking about her body and all of that. And then how, something happened, allegedly with like, them deciding to, like, I don't know, get real handsy, in the vaginal area. And I'm just like, Lord, oh my God. And Giselle, she was intrigued. She was all into it, baby. And she instantly, in the confessional, I think she was just saying, like, yeah, like, I'm going to talk to Mia. I got to get down to the bottom of this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, Ashley, just know. Ashley ain't going to keep no secret, baby. She really not. And I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing. Either way, it was gonna be brought up. Yeah, it was. I think it was gonna be brought up. But yeah. So she brings that up to Giselle. She don't stay long because she, I mean, I'm assuming she, because of the kids. Ashley has two young boys, so made sense. She only stayed for long enough to see the second dress, and then she had to go. Then you had Giselle and Robin talking, and she's basically asking her, "Hey, do you know, what you thinking about the bachelorette party? Because here's what me and Mia want to do." Uh, and I thought it was funny how she said they're thinking upscale dinner with strippers. Because I'm like, that don't go together. Like, what? That when you hear if somebody tell you that they want to do like an upscale dinner party, you're not gonna be necessarily thinking strippers to go along with that either. But I digress. I was just interested in hearing what Robin would say because Robin doesn't rub me as a girl who really gets into that type of scene. But or just like she would really, I mean, just the way she was so closed off about the wedding and everything, I really didn't expect her to really want to do anything because she damn near barely want to do anything with the wedding. But surprisingly, she said, she's here for it. So I'm like, okay, okay. Um, I was shocked. But then, of course, the messiness came from when Giselle had to ask her, who does she want there, who she don't. Of course, no. Karen, absolutely not. Uh, Y'all shouldn't even expected that if y'all was. Like, that was not happening at all. So I knew that off top. But it shocked me when she said that she didn't want Wendy to come either. She said she felt some type of way about Wendy laughing when Karen was, describing how Juan was, touching her and how he was basically coming on to her. And I'm like, and they played the clip back too. And I'm just like, girl, everybody, damn near everybody was kind of like laughing or, in shock about what she was saying. You don't have to do that. Like, I don't think it was that deep, but she's just like, that just makes me question my friendship with Wendy. And I'm just like, girl, you really don't consider none of their asses friends like that. Not really. So I don't know. It just seemed like she was just, I don't know. I don't know what's her thing with Wendy. I really don't. Um, I don't know. Some people, I've heard some people talk about this too before, saying that they feel like Robin just don't like Wendy, just because, like, they feel like she's always had a problem with her. But I never really, I don't think I really noticed that. I don't know. Um, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, I hope y'all can still hear me. My mic, I don't know what happened, but my I don't know what happened. It just said it lost connection, y'all. So sorry about that. If y'all, if it went blank or anything. But anyway, um, she's a cute little thing. But girl, I guess this. You know what? I'll save it because she don't have to really cook like that because Chris is a cook, chef, cook, chef, whatever he is. He know how to cook. So damn it, she don't got to worry about that really. But she burnt them damn bagels, and I was like, girl. But they had a cute little breakfast outside on their patio. Their house is so nice. I'm like, girl. So they out there talking, and she's talking about how she's excited for the video to come out with her and Trina, and her album release. And then, Chris asked her how the trip was. She was like, the old ladies was fighting. And I'm like, Candace B, she a trip. But she wasn't lying. The old ladies was arguing and fighting. That was a mess. Shaking the tables. And Karen, like, the behavior was just, oof, she turned up. The grand dame, all of that shit went out the window. Like, it just did. But anyway, it was just funny because she got to telling them basically how, all of the stuff went on, and she basically got into how Karen was saying that Juan was trying to come on to her and all of this stuff. And his facial expressions were expressions that I would be making. Like, they really were, because it's like he was just looking like, really, like, wow, here y'all go again with this BS. Because Chris didn't already been through it. Okay, he been talked about a lot too, so he already know. So I thought that was hilarious when he was like, did y'all actually enjoy yourself, or did y'all talk about each other husband the whole trip? So she was just giving Chris the rundown on everything that went on. I loved how, like, they did talk for a little bit about what their plans are moving forward with the egg retrieval process, because they were saying about, like, how they want to go take a different route this time. It's going to be like different medications and whatnot. And I'm just like, but you could tell, like, it's like some sadness behind that when they talk about that. Like, you could just tell the energy was just kind of like, yeah, like, we're hoping for the best and blah blah blah. But you know peace and love to both of y'all on that, because I too wish to conceive a child with my husband. And it's not really been an easy journey for me. But child, look at me. Let me not get into that. But anyway, I peace and love to them, and baby dust, sprinkle that in the air for them, Jesus. Because yeah, like, I know they would love that. I would love that. Like, I think they ready. I really do. So, and she's getting to do everything she wants to do. It seems like Chris is doing everything he wants to do. So, why not? I think they could definitely use a little bundle of joy around the house. So I thought that was cute to get to see that. So then they go on to showing how Wendy and Karen was having lunch together, and I'm like, okay, okay. Um, Basically, they get straight into it with Wendy just saying, like, hey. you know, you was out there shaking tables, and you different. And Karen, she would quickly try to dismiss that. And I just find that so funny because Karen, like, if she lose her cool, she don't want to keep going on about that. Like, she's like, she don't want to remember it. So anytime somebody bring up anything with her and Sharice, she's just quickly trying to dismiss it. Like, she don't be here for it. So she's just like, yeah, yeah, that's that. But Robin, so she gets to going in on Robin about how, like, she basically been sitting on that information she dropped about the wine situation, that she been sitting on that for like 3 years. And then they, replayed a clip back to, um, you know, the last seasons or whatnot, where she was basically saying how, um, what she say? She said something like, "You need to be worried about what Juan be saying to me," or something like that. Basically, just saying, like, showing that Karen been already, kind of insinuating that Juan be on her. Like, I just think that's funny because it's like, don't get me wrong, Karen is definitely a good-looking woman. She is. I don't find her hideous or nothing like that. Nice body and everything. Looks damn good for what, 59 years old. But I don't know. The ego is through the roof. Like, I don't know if that really actually happened. But you never know. You never know. When this is Wendyosefo we talk about here, I don't know. I don't know. But I just like, child, Karen is on Robin's head, and it's just like, mm, mm. And then you got Ashley calling while they at lunch, and she's, so what's going on? What y'all talking about? Like, girl, um, mm, girl, okay. Um, you know damn well what they over there talking about. But she drops, of course, the information, because baby Ashley is gonna drop it like it's hot every time with the information. Um, and she lets it be known that, hey, yeah, the group chat came out with Robin, for the bachelorette party, and y'all two who sitting at lunch, y'all two, y'all ain't gonna be there, like, because y'all ain't on the list. Y'all wasn't in the group chat. And I was just like, I mean, it is what it is. Karen she didn't really have no reaction because she knew she wasn't getting invited. But Wendy was like taken back. She's just like, I don't understand what the hell I did wrong. Like, I don't know what the problem is. Which I felt her on that because, girl, like, what is the problem? Like, we don't got no issues as far as I'm concerned. As far as I know. So I felt Wendy on that. But she was unbothered by it, not bothered enough at least to um really have it piss her off. Like, she just was like, child, I don't know what I did. They having sushi, and of course Giselle gets into the whole thing of what's going on with you and Wendy, or what went on with y'all. And Mia was basically saying that, she was basically saying, like, yeah, they were flirty towards each other. And she was just saying, like, how Wendy showed her damn vagina. She showed her pocketbook. And I'm just looking like, what? Not Dr. Wendy, like, really? Now I'm just looking like, okay, I believe the flirtation was floating around and all of that, but now it's looking like, is there some exaggerations going on? Like, and who was coming on to who? Because if you let Mia tell it, Wendy was kind of like doing the most. Because she's saying that Wendy spread ego for her, and she did that voluntarily, and then asked to see Mia's. So I'm just like, and Mia said that she touched it. I said, saying that she said that Wendy touched hers, and kind of like touched it and said, "Oh, it's nice, it's pretty." Girl, Mia, now see, Wendy is trying with you. Okay, she's trying with you, and I will applaud her for that, because we know Wendy really was not feeling Mia. Like, she really wasn't. Um, for a long time. So for for me to be messing up already with doing too much, putting too much extras on this little situation, it's just like, child, I can smell the fallout coming soon, because girl, and she was just saying like, oh, so maybe all this time she wasn't jealous of me. Maybe it was just like sexual frustration or whatnot. I'm just like, girl, Mia, like, you be thinking you just, child, you be thinking you a little too fine for me. Like, it just be like, girl, oh, okay. I'm like, she was never jealous of you. I really did not think that Wendy was ever jealous of Mia. I don't. And it's not to say that Wendy was jealous of Mia. You saying she showed you this and you showed her that, like, you doing a whole lot now, Mia. So anyway, they go on to talk about Jacqueline, because Giselle asked about her, and Mia is just the facial expression. She just kind of let it be known, like, girl. And she's like, she reached out, and she tried to apologize or whatnot, and she wanted to see me. And I'm just looking like, I just can't with that situation right there. Is just a mess to me. Best friend of 30 years, or however many years, and it's just like, don't get me wrong, people can fall out and stop being friends. Like, it happens all the time. Been there, done that, right? um but I just feel like that situation with them, like, mm, it ain't no good relationship. And honestly, I'm wondering, and I'm hoping, Jacqueline, for the sake of you not looking any more of a fool than you already been made to look, especially on that trip, that you did not call this girl trying to apologize to her. Mia is very immature and just like self-centered, and just, I don't know how anybody could be that, like, super close to her. Like, honestly, I would not keep her as like a close friend. So, she basically was just blowing her off. I'm just like, child, Jacqueline, girl, just leave that alone. But anyway, um, I'm just like, mm mm. Anyway, moving along, they showed. I love that they showed like a small clip of basically Wendy getting all dialed up, and she, gets online to do her commentary, and I was just like, wow, she is gorgeous. Okay, like, Wendy is really really gorgeous, and I love that, we got to see her work. And I'm like, she's such a pro. Like, when she did her online commentary and everything, like, it was showing it. I was like, damn, like, Wendy is that girl. Don't play with her. Okay, she can do it all. Like, I really enjoyed, that scene, and she was just saying like how she don't understand what Robin issue is with her, but how she don't really have no time for negativity. And I'm just like, yes, yes, Wendy, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna let that bother me. So then you got the bachelorette party, and Giselle. I will I will snap it up to Giselle, because baby, I actually loved that dress she had on. Okay, I don't know if that was leather, pleather, whatever it was, the material, but it looked damn good on her, and it was skin tight. And then she got her little blonde wig. Y'all know I don't really care for her wigs. I don't think that they're like the best of the best. but she does look good with blonde hair. I can say that, and it didn't look. The hair wasn't too bad. It was, but she looked good. Okay, Mama looked, pretty young. So I'm like, that's definitely bachelorette attire. So apparently the theme was, for them to wear lavender. So you had her dressed like that. Then you had Mia and Mia and Ashley ended up showing up in the same damn skin tight, see through, snake skin, lavenderish, purplish bodysuit. And I just thought that was funny because I'm like, where the hell? Well, that suit must have been on Sheen or something. Like, it had to been on one of them sites, because what are the odds that they would show up in the same thing? But I liked how they reacted to it. I thought it was funny how Ashley was saying, like, it takes a hoe to know a hoe. Like, child, we both got this whole outfit. Like, So I thought that was funny. And I thought it was funny how Mia was like, I filled mines out more. She's giving garden snake to my anaconda. Just like, girl, like, whatever. I think they both looked good in their body suits. I loved not Sharice. I loved what Candace had on. She had on a cute black leather, like halter top, sweetheart neckline type bodysuit. I thought it was real cute, and I loved her shades she had on with him. Like, she definitely killed that look. Um, and I guess it wasn't no problem. They didn't seem to have no problem that she didn't have on lavender. So, I think she looked good, and she definitely looked like she was ready to be out. Okay, be out on the town. Now, Sharice, I don't know what I don't really. Let's just say this: what she had on for the night was not necessarily really that memorable to me, because it was not cute. But it was like the shirt was just like, it was giving like, I don't know. I can't even explain. It just was like one of those sheer tops, or not even necessarily sheer, but it just looked like a basic of the most basic blouse. Like, I'm just like, Sharice, come on, like, you be killing me with these. You be killing me with these. Please, like, again, I can't dress like that. I can't really dress myself. I don't consider myself to be like every look be on point or whatnot. But I'm really working on that. But I will say, Sharice, like, I definitely think I can dress better than Sharice. Like, I don't know what she, child. And y'all know I can't wait to get into the reunion looks either. Like, I really can't. So y'all be on the lookout for that. But anyway, Sharice, I didn't really care for what she had on, but she gets on the bus, and it was real funny how she was basically saying in confessional about how she, felt like she should have did the bachelorette party because she's known Robin for longer than Mia, and Mia only known her for about 5 minutes. I'm like, oop, not the shade towards Mia, but I mean, why wouldn't she be shade Mia, right? Because Mia is like really good friends with Karen, her enemy. So I'm kind of like, maybe that's why she throwing shade towards Mia. Sway, like, guilty by association. So I'm like, but she kind of had a point though. That's the same thing with how I said I'm surprised Sharice ain't get invited to, like, the dress shopping. But anyway, so I thought that was funny that Sharice was, kind of throwing shade already with that. Um, you know, certain candle that she was dropping. And I really like that candle. I must say, like it was really, really, really nice looking. The presentation on it was everything. I like that it had a ribbon on it, and I think she said it was a 4 wick. I think it might have been a 4 week. So that was pretty unique too. And she was just saying like, it was like a, holiday candle. Like, so like it was like a limited special edition. So I'm just like, shout out to Karen. Like, let me tell you something. When you got that's one thing I can say. Like, man, it's one thing to, be a small business owner, but it's a whole nother thing when you got the coins already lined up for it to be able to get the help that you need to be able to be on point and not, like she not really doing a whole lot of work like that. She got these people, you know, doing it for her, and they doing a dang good job. And then she had to let it be known, like, I'm gonna go ahead and do like a big order. I think for like 8,000 candles, or I don't know, a whole bunch of candles. Okay, and she was dropping a $10,000 check for it, baby. I said, oh. Oh, and then it was the fact that she sat up there and said, like, "Oh, get a picture of this," basically saying that she gonna stunt on Robin with it. I said, child, she's something else. Like, so extra. She just had to let it be known, like, girl, I don't care about not being invited to your bachelorette party because I'm over here making some coins. And so, shout out to Karen for that because, yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But, the trying to take a picture of the post of the check and all of that, like, girl, like, just petty, like, grow up. Um, so on the bus, they all having a good time. They dancing and all of this and that, and they on their way to the gentlemen's club. But Mia, I don't even know who started up the conversation, but basically Mia was talking about the situation with her and Wendy again, and she even let it be known that they all like did like a group kiss, and so I'm like okay, I've seen that before. Like I've seen women do that before while being out and kicking it. Like I don't know what be triggering them to go for that, but apparently it's just a regular old thing, like it's no big deal. um but she talked about that, and she was just the way she was going in on it again. She was, yet again, to me, letting it be known that basically like Wendy was, really feeling her, really like ready for whatever type. And I'm like, I hope that that's the truth, because if not, baby, Wendy is going, y'all gonna be back falling out. Okay, and y'all only didn't got along for about 2 seconds so far. So Mia. So I just smell something coming with that. But they finally make it to the gentleman's club, and I see like the strippers, and I see that they're all women, and I'm like, okay, cool. But I couldn't help but think like maybe they didn't do male strippers because a lot of people don't really, a lot of women, they don't really like male strippers. Like they don't. They feel like, that the guys might be gay, and so that doesn't attract them. Or maybe it might have just been that, their husbands don't want them around like, men. So it could have been that too. But I just thought that was interesting because I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about if they going to see men strippers or women strippers. But either way, it looked nice in there. And let me tell you something. I want to go there. I want to go to that place. I think it was called Empire. I want to go. You know why? Because they actually had steak and lobster in there. They actually had steak and lobster, child. I'm like, oh, Mia is not always lying. She really not. This must be where she was working at, because she said that the place was, she was an entertainer. Okay, y'all leave that to y'all imagination. And that the place that she was at, they served steak and lobster, and that's how she made it sound. So I'm like, hold on, y'all. It's hard to text when you're talking at the same time for some reason. But anyway, I'm like, I want to go to that place because, child, they really it's an elegant strip club. So they start ordering shots, and Sharice is like, "What's up with you and Michael?" And you can just tell that Ashley was just kind of looking like, "Oh, why is she asking me this? We in the middle of the nightclub, we getting turned up." And Ashley just don't like being asked about that period because she know that she is not over that man. She ain't over him, and it's okay. I mean, because a lot of couples are like that. They in limbo, especially when it's talks of divorce and all of that. So to me, it's understandable, regardless of what anybody body might think. But she was just basically, and she was struggling so hard to basically say what the hell they got going on. She's just like, we're just, being nice to each other. Um, you know, she was just stuck, baby, stuck. Well, basically, she was just saying like, so they were asking like, do you think that you're gonna reconsider like the divorce? And she's just like, I don't really think so, but I don't really know, basically. And I mean, that makes sense. That we all knew that Ashley was confused. We knew. I mean, come on now. They supposed to be getting divorced, but then it's also they around each other a lot. Of course, they got the young kids together, and then they shoot doing business together, buying a house together, and all. So it's just been confusion with Ashley and Michael like this whole season. So then they were asking like, are you dating? Because apparently Ashley was dating. I didn't even know that. I'm looking like, where the hell was I at? Like, I didn't know that she was like dating. Like, dang. So to me, that means she was farther into leaving the marriage than I thought she was. If you dating, but she basically said that she stopped because Michael, I guess he expressed that he don't really care for that or whatnot. So I'm looking like, oh, so he basically he wants he still wants the marriage too, and he kind of battling with should we keep this going or not too, just like she is. So I'm like, the games. But anyway, baby, Candace came through with a bomb to drop, baby. She just flat out was like, "Oh, yeah," because he was at my husband's restaurant. He rolled up to the restaurant with a bitch. Okay, and she wasn't cute or nothing, but yeah, he was up there with a bitch, and I'm just like, ooh. I'm like, dang, kid. That's a tough position to be in. Okay, Ashley is definitely in a tough position. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what she gonna do. But he out. I just think that's crazy. He out here, but that's typical, right? There's a lot of men out here like that. They doing all of this stuff that they don't want you doing. Okay, he don't want you dating, but then he out and about with other chicks. Like, so that was crazy. So she was just, she got upset and she's just saying like, this is what I be talking about. Like, if you don't want to, be together or you want to mess with other people, just say that. But I'm like, it's, I feel you, Ashley, but unfortunately, a lot of people are just never gonna, be that honest, and so that's why it's really up to you, um, you know, on what you're gonna do. But I would love to see her just be like, be independent, like be secure with knowing that you got this, regardless of Michael being in the picture or not. Like, it is what it is. Like, focus on you and your boys, and y'all can still hopefully co-parent and all of that. But relationship wise, I do think it's like, man, but it's just sad because for Ashley to, I mean, for Candace to drop that bomb like that, and then she already been kind of like, and I'm not saying Candace was wrong for dropping that, because, child, I mean, Ashley would do that, right? So, but it's just like I felt for her. I'm just like, child, she gotta figure this out. But either way, I want her, to of course be happy. So, then that liquor, they must have had a lot to drink, because baby, they got to messing that food up. When that lobster and steak came, baby, they was going in. Okay. So I said they clearly had a lot to drink. um so again, I want to go to that club, so I will be looking forward to that. She asked her, like, what do you think about Karen? And she's like, I don't like. It's just like, girl, Sharice be just giving, like, she be so ready for, like, the drama, I guess, whatever. But she was like, I don't. I mean, she attacked my character and this that, and of course, I'm just looking like, girl, y'all both was just doing the most at that damn restaurant. But basically, she was just saying, like, in fact, the last time I was at a club, it was with her. I was with her, and she, basically disappeared to go, screw somebody in the bathroom, screw one of the workers to be exact. And I'm like, oh my god, everybody was just like, what, chill. I was like, what? It sound crazy. Um, it just does. And then, she just got to really going in about how, basically that's what she's known around Potomac for, getting drunk and just being really loose. But I just thought it was weird though, because Sharice, before she started saying this stuff, she got to talking about how she never used to, like, share, spill any of Karen's tea. I hate my husband be get on my nerves when he be texting while I'm recording, y'all. Like, like, gosh. But anyway, because I get thrown off when I'm trying to read and type. But basically, see, I didn't lost my train of thought. Okay, basically, um, Sharice, before she got to going in on Karen, she got to talking about how, like, before, she never would spill, she was always like a good friend, and never really spilled any of Karen's tea. So it was just crazy how you said you never did that, but then look at you now. So I'm like, I get it. Now that y'all not friends, and a lot has been said and done, but it's still just like some stuff, like, you probably should just, stick to not speaking on it. But liquor was flowing, and like, they didn't had a big heated exchange. So I think, all bets is off. Like, it just is what it is now. So I'm just like, damn, like, she was really going in on Karen, baby. Like, Grandam was getting dragged in that whole scene, and it just seemed like everybody was really in tune with it, like laughing, and like nobody really. came to Karen's defense pretty much, including Mia, because Mia, that's like one of her good friends. And then in the confessional, Mia was saying like how she was basically just suggesting how maybe possibly Ray could be one of those older guys who allows his wife to actually, see other people just because he's an older guy, and he can't really, I don't know, satisfy her. So I'm just like, Mia, child, Karen ain't gonna like that. She ain't gonna like that. So I'm just like, yeah, they drunk and they just really doing the most. And they still talking about it. And I think it was, I don't know who it was, I want to say it was Candace, who was trying to ask Sharice, like, when was this situation where she was in the bathroom getting busy, like when was that? But Sharice never really confirmed it. Like, I guess it's supposed to be like some old shit, but it's just like, girl, you can't be, I don't know, it's giving like, you bet not be lying. That's what it's giving me. So I'm just like, this is just crazy. And then I thought I heard something about like, how they was talking about how Karen couldn't drive for a long time, and how Ray got to drive her around, and how she got her license took. And I'm just like, damn, like, eh, like, it's just too much. Um, but when it came to the accusations about Karen, being a little loose, none of the ladies seemed to be surprised. Like, none of because I guess they all have heard some stuff about Karen before. So I guess that was fair. Like, but it just was like, ooh wee. Mm-mm-mm. So they ended up all, getting turned up again, and they started dancing on the pole this time. Dancing around the strippers. So that looked like it was a lot of fun. And, that was pretty much the end of that episode. They did get into some of the previews for the next episode. And I love how in one of the scenes, it was showing that Wendy and Mia was talking on the phone, and basically, I guess Mia must have been giving her the rundown on what was said about Karen, and Karen was saying like, it don't sound like you really came to my defense. and Mia said like, I kind of didn't, type shit. So I'm just like, this is gonna be interesting, real interesting. And then you had Robin. They showed her mom and how she was telling her she was upset that she couldn't be a part of the wedding process, the whole wedding and whatnot. So I'm just like, oh, wait. So I cannot wait to see the next episode, you guys. Um, and I'm wondering if that might be the last episode for sure, before the reunion. I'm really wondering if it is, but I'm not sure. But I do know that they did drop the looks that the girls came through with for the reunion. So I definitely want to get to y'all, the commentary that I wanted to do on the ladies' looks for the reunion. Like, I really do, because I think it's worth doing, and I really think that honestly they all looked good. They all looked good. It's just a matter of who looked best and yada yada. Y'all already know. So I'll be getting into that. Thank you guys for listening to this commentary. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video and to this channel. Share if you care. You know, and if y'all want to have more commentary from me, or just anything that you would like to hear me talk about on this channel or see, please be sure to let me know. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you. And I'm out, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.